So this is a response to Seerusgod's top 10 favorite games of all time video, and I'm just going to show you my top 10 games of all time. And first, when I judge a game, I judge it by basically how fun it is. I don't really care how intense it is, how bloody it is, how hardcore it is, any of that. It's just, that's what video games are for. They're for fun, you know? And people get all into Call of Duty and everything, and it's intense, it's serious. No, I don't care about that. I mean, sure, I like clan battles and stuff like that, it's great, but I'm just here for the fun. So, mine and Seerusgod's opinions vary quite a bit, as you'll notice from this list. I think we have like 3-4 games in common at most, but, alright, here we go. My 10th favorite game, Katamari Damacy. A lot of people hate this game because it's extremely childish and colorful and fun. Perfect example of a game that is fun and nothing else. If you ever played this game, I'd say it's quite easily the most addicting game of all time, because you're just like, okay, rolling this little sticky ball around because all the stars got knocked out of the sky. That makes a lot of sense, you know. Gotta put stars back up in the sky. But so you just roll it around and pick random stuff up. And the final level of the game was one of my favorite final levels ever, because you start out like a centimeter high, and you're on this island. You don't even know you're on an island in the beginning. You're just in like some random room in a house, and so you're rolling around on a desk. And by the end of the level, you pick up the island you started on. And it's not like it's like growing. I mean, it's like you actually did work your way up to that size. You know, you're picking up thumbtacks, and then all of a sudden you're picking up like little cardboard boxes, and then you're picking up people, and then cars, and then houses, and all of a sudden you're picking up islands. And it's just fantastic game. If you have a PS2, or actually, was it on 360? I'm not even sure, but anyway, if you can find this game used somewhere, you can get a lot of fun out of this. I love this game so much. Let's see. Next one is Lego Star Wars Complete Saga. Another very addicting game, and there's just so much to do, so many levels, so many characters, so much to unlock, that I played this game for ages. This is amazing. I even had the first and second one, and I still played this one again because it's a great game. And then my data got wiped, and I played it again, so I played all the levels like 3 times each, and it didn't really get boring. I just love these games. These are just fun and easy. Again, these aren't like challenging or intense or anything. These aren't challenging at all, you know. I think there's like 1 or 2 parts that are all mildly frustrating. Other than that, it's just fun. It's just get from point A to point B, shoot stuff, really easy. After that, Burnout 3 Takedown. There aren't many racing games on this list, but that's just because they're all pretty much the same. You know, you can only really have one, you know, get from point A to point B really fast. From point A to point B seems to be a recurring theme in video games, but this is an awesome game. Really intense. Yeah, I know I didn't say, I said I don't like intense games, but this is a good intense one. Well, that's a lie. I like intense games, but that's not what I judge it by. I judge it by their fun level, and this one's pretty fun. I would put Burnout 5 in front of this, because Burnout 5 is better racing. Like, the racing was just so unbelievably fast and explosive and awesome. But this one's racing was like 1 step down, but it has crash mode. And they took out crash mode, which is Burnout's trademark mode. Even though Burnout 1 didn't have crash mode, still, you can't go without crash mode. That's ridiculous. When I got Burnout 5 and I was like, there's no crash mode? Are you kidding me? But anyway, great games. Especially because there's an explode button. What's a racing game without an explode button? I mean, you know, like Gran Turismo, yeah, that's cool, but where's the explode button? You can't do a racing game if you don't blow up whenever you feel like it. Next game, Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. I really barely played this game at all, but that's probably because I had Tony Hawk 3 and up, except for Underground 2. And I got tired of it after a while, but you can tell if this were the first one I'd played, I would have obsessed over it. The thing that was so great about this game is they had campaign mode, you know, the one where you're like running around doing different challenges, and classic mode, like in Tony Hawk 3 and I think even 2 and 1, where you've got 2 minutes to do a bunch of random objectives on really basic classic maps. It had that too. 2-player was great, level creator was awesome, and this was just, I'd say, definitely the best in the Tony Hawk series. I heard Project 8 sucked, and there was some other one I can't even remember the name of, but let's see. Star Wars Battlefront 2. This game was epic. What was that? Okay. This game was epic. If you've played it, you know what I'm talking about. I love full-scale battle games. That's the best part of the game, when there's tanks driving by, soldiers everywhere, vehicles flying overhead. Is just so epic and intense, especially the space battles. I love space battles. Not too into the whole hero thing. I mean, it was cool in regular battles, but it's like, look at me, I'm a beast, and I don't know, made it really unbalanced, if you ask me. And then the hero battle thing, you know, where you can have all the heroes face off, all the Jedi and Sith Lords and everything. Believe it or not, I think that was stupid. It was just not my thing. But next one, Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. This was on Seerusgod's list too, around the same spot even. This game had an awesome campaign, great storyline, so many different weapons. The best part really was the online. This is still one of the best online games I've ever played. You know, just for the PS2, really bad graphics, but really awesome. Just cool weapons, and if you kill people enough, they got leveled up to V2, and you know, when you know someone's got a V2 weapon, everyone's chatting online, alright, we gotta take this guy out, he's got a V2 mini rocket launcher noob tube thing. Oh man, this is such an awesome game. In fact, me and my friends were even talking about going back to it someday, and I know I will. We'll just get a bunch of us to go back online, and it'll be awesome. Next one, Resistance 2. Oh wait, I skipped one, because I don't have a disc. The Ship. The Ship is basically the most flawless online game I've ever seen, except for one major flaw. This is the only criticism I have of the game. No stats, no level system or anything, nothing to work toward. And yes, I'm one of those people who needs an invisible carrot in front of my mouth whenever I'm playing an online game. In Ratchet and Clank, you had the bolt system. There were up to 4 bolts. You start with 1. I was a 4-bolt. I was like rank 800 in the world. I played this game so much. But in the Ship, there's nothing you're working toward. If there were, the Ship would probably be really close to my favorite online game ever, because the Ship was just like I said, flawless. Storyline is this guy named Mr. X has put you on a cruise ship for free. He's like, hey, free cruise, come here, bring your family. And then you get on the boat and he's like, by the way, you have to murder people or I will kill you and your family. And so it's just all these normal people running around with any object they can find, like anything from, like, you know, tiny little knife to a Tommy gun or a remote detonated bomb or a mannequin arm. And the whole time, this takes place in the 20s, and there's just this really perky, happy, like, carnival-sounding music in the background, and it sounds, like, so cheery, and there's blood on the walls, and everyone's getting butchered. And it was just awesome, because you could not get frustrated in that game. It was not possible, because when you get killed, it was usually in the most humiliating, hilarious way, and you would just laugh for minutes at a time. Like, I remember there are all these trap doors throughout the ship. There are like 8 different levels, I think, but there was one most people played, and I was trying to figure out how to get to this trap door. There's like a vending machine, and someone said if you buy a certain item, the vending machine will turn sideways and reveal a secret hallway, and I was like, oh, that's awesome, I gotta try that. So I'm in a zone where there's a camera, and with the security camera, no one can kill you, because then they'll get arrested. And so I'm just fiddling around, you know, and then finally I buy the right food, the door slides open, and there's a guy there with a rifle, and I died, but it wasn't frustrating, it was just hilarious, and I was laughing for quite a few minutes. It's just, the game's only $15 on Steam. There's only like 20 people online last time I checked, which was a year ago. I'm sure there's none online now. But when the Ship 2 comes out, it's already been announced, it's going to be fantastic. Next game, Resistance 2. Now, this game is the epitome of intense. 60 players on moderately sized maps, no lag, grenades flying everywhere, just bullets whizzing past. Online was just amazing. I mean, it didn't give you the battle feel because there weren't vehicles flying around and driving around, but there were just so many players and you're always with your squad. You can always see like 30 people on the screen at once. It was crazy. There's some points where there were just choke points to the level, and it was 30 versus 30, and you can get killed by a random grenade, but it was so awesome, and this was a great game. And right now I'm just talking about the online. There's more to it. Campaign was pretty fun. You know, it was alright, nothing too special, except you died a lot. Like, in 7 hours, I died 135 times my first time through. After that, I went back on superhuman difficulty, and I was actually able to pull off only 92 deaths in less time than when I beat it on normal, so I guess I improved a bit, but still, 135 deaths in 7 hours, that's a lot of dying. Holy crap, I'm running out of time. Okay, I'm going to continue this in another video.